Oh, how did that happen? Oh, man. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Production's going crazy today. I don't know what's happening here. It's probably my fault.
Get your shit together.
We'll blame this crazy computer.
No, we'll blame you. I don't know. I don't know why we're blaming the computer for that.
That was weird, though. Usually it doesn't let you do the thing without the... Anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got Power Rangers versus Next KZ for our second game. We just saw Next KZ performing pretty well against Q Insane, and they're going to have their work cut out for them, though. Power Rangers, they're looking fierce. They are 4-2 right now. They have Scandal in the stead of ZXC. It seems to be a pretty permanent swap. Scandal's been consistently playing with them.
Yeah. It seems like he's a new member. There's some discussion on Ghost 2 Gamers about it, and it seems like he is quite the upgrade as the solo mid player. So Scandal, a player who had a lot of success for Empire back when they even had Funnick as their carry player / Wisp player at times, or not carry, off laner, known for his clinks as Wisp. But Scandal was another big part of that team, so I'm excited to see him back in action, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do for Power Rangers.
Myself included, I like the Power Rangers guys. They still have consistency issues, but they're a team to look out for. They're
just a flashy, aggressive team.
Yeah, they're an upset team. They catch teams by surprise, especially in this best of one group stage format. They can upset some people.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Let's hop into our draft here. It looks like... Yeah, there we go. Power Rangers will be on our dire side, and we'll have Next KZ on the Radiant. What a fucker, we'll be doing the drafting for our Radiant team, and over on the dire side, it will be FNG drafting today, actually. So, Power Rangers, I think that they kind of rotate who does the draft. I think they're one of those teams that do group drafting, where it's just whoever's clicking the button is not really so meaningful as much as I think it's a team effort, because they definitely rotate who the drafter is a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't paid much attention to it, but that's quite interesting.
We try to make mention because the Starladder overlay doesn't show who's drafting. So that was one piece of constructive criticism I got, that please mention who's drafting because we're not privy to it. So
yeah,
try and get into that habit.
Well, that's something I should be doing. But
yeah, LD, you got to step it up, man.
It's an Ember Spirit for Power Rangers, first overall pick. We saw how good Ember can be. I think Puck is one of the best tiers to deal with him, and probably for that reason, Power Rangers will go ahead and ban him out. Along with Storm, who can also do quite well. Once he gets Orchid, it gets very tough for Ember. And he can actually win the lane against Ember, I would say. Just a very good ranged harasser, high base armor, so you can tank the creeps a little bit, trade blows effectively.
You haven't been watching the same Ember Spirits we've been watching in Starladder the last few days.
Well, I mean, RTZ's not a good... RTZ normally outskills people, so I don't think you should you shouldn't read too much into RTZ winning his lane.
Even just in general, even Ember Spirit's just mid in general. We've seen some, kind of break-evens, if it's a lesser skilled Ember Spirit, kind of...
It's not about the lane, though, with Ember. It's about just shutting him down in the mid-game, and those instant silences completely ruin... The hero's useless when he gets silenced.
Yeah.
He's all about Sleight of Fist. Even his auto attacks are from Sleight of Fist. His regular right-clicks are pretty much useless, so...
Yeah.
You doom him, in this case, you doom him, you Puck silence him, you Storm silence him, and if you have the burst damage, he dies.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's strong, but he's not without counters. It's like a hero like Storm. If you don't have stuns, the hero will go apeshit, but if you have proper lockdown, then Storm can also be dealt with.
Do you think Ember is pretty balanced right now, or do you think he's a little too strong? What's your take on
I don't think I've cast quite enough of him to say for sure. I think he's strong. I don't know if I'd quite put him in imbalance category, though.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Maybe we can convert you here.
Oh, you're like the Ember Spirit prophet.
Oh well, I'm starting. I was a naysayer. It started off as it was the
hero's definitely good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying I'm not convinced he's broken either.
Ben is slowly convincing me. The more I see Ember, the more, especially in the hands of a really top-notch player like a Dendi or a Sing Sing or an Arteezy or someone who is can get closer to the skill cap of Ember Spirit and really utilize the Ember or the Fire Remnants effectively. He's just, I don't know. I mean, you're right. Once you get into that mid game, once Storm gets an Orchid, it's good to shut him down. But the hard part is if they're solo mid and they don't have supports that roam in and gank the Ember as we saw last game, then...
I mean, for what it's worth, the hero has a 53% win rate, which is good, but definitely not exceptional.
It's not broken. Yeah, that's...
Statistically, he doesn't appear to be too imbalanced. He's definitely above average. I think the stats reflect that.
Okay. Where is that? Where does he... Was that sorted by win rate? So is he the...
Yeah, he's he's on the second. If you go to Dat Dota, he's not. Well, I mean, some pure win rate isn't the best way to do it because some of these heroes don't have a big sample size. I'd say he's in the upper quadrant for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, obviously Ogre Magi 4-0, 100% win rate. He's
Yeah.
he's not quite as broken as that might have you believe, but
No, but I mean, if you look at most heroes, they're like close to the 50% mark. He's strong. He's definitely strong, but he's not like Wisp was back in the day, where Wisp had like a 60% win rate and 6.78.
yeah,
So.
he ain't no old school Bat Rider to put
All
it.
right. Well, we'll find out how good Ember is this game for sure, though.
All right,
Power
yeah.
Rangers could probably gonna be running a mid. They'll have the offlane Bat, I imagine, and this could be I guess it could be a farming Naga.
Could be.
It could. I mean, honestly, they're on the dire side. It's hard to say how they're gonna look totally in the Naga. Let's see what their next pick is. But as for Next KZ, best ways to deal with Ember are just great lockdown, normally silences, and physical damage. So they have both from Dazzle, Shadow Fiend, and the Doom. So in theory, they've got a good lineup to deal with him. But there's quite a few targets you're gonna need to Doom in the mid game. Naga and Ember both pretty high priority. Bat, you probably don't want to blow a Doom on, although you might be forced to. So this is where Power Rangers, they see a Doom pick, and they're just going to look to deal with that by picking up multiple high-value targets.
Yeah, and that usually is a good way to do it. I'm curious how they're going to run this Naga, and I'm trying to remember how Power Rangers like to do it. I have a feeling it'll be a support Naga. I would guess it'll be an Ember Spirit mid, and like you said, Bat Rider in the off lane, and they'll want to grab their position 1 with that final pick. But some flex picks here from Power Rangers for sure. Bat Rider can always do something a little bit different and start off in the jungle. You can put him in a solo safe lane role. And Ember Spirit, sort of like we talked about. You can play him in an array of different roles. I think he shines most in mid, but still you can get away with putting him in a safe lane. So a lot of flexibility for Power Rangers. I worry that if it's a farming Naga, though, I guess that's not too greedy. They're going to pick a carry.
It's a little greedy at that point, though, because Ember and Naga both are decent at setting up kills, but both do need quite a bit of farm to really do a lot mid-game. And this is where Next KZ running the Shadow Fiend Radiant side solo mid, he can crush an Ember. You farm up enough souls, and every time he walks near you, he can hit you with the Sleight of Fists and just harass you down a bit, but you can also just bottle crow, spam out the waves, push the wave, and free farm.
Harass you down a bit. You mean do half of Shadow Fiend's hit points in one rotation?
Yeah. That's when he has like no items, though. When you put on your treads, you've got your magic wand. It's not so bad.
Yeah. It gets a little better, that's true.
If it's just a farming war, Shadow Fiend's going to be absolutely fine. And on the Radiant side especially, he can farm both of those safe camps. And again, Power Rangers are going to have farm distribution to worry about with this Naga pick if it's not a support. And even if it is, their team needs a lot of levels in farm. So Next KZ, really the Shadow Fiend is going to be the vacuum cleaner, and the rest of these heroes can make do with a little bit less.
I like that.
But yeah, they do go back for a Beastmaster. I like how they're running Doom and Shadow Fiend, because Power Rangers also have great single target lockdown here. Bat, Naga, and Rubik. But it's a game where the Shadow Fiend really is going to be the key hero. If Next KZ get off to a good start with him, he can carry this one. And if he gets shut down, they're going to have a whole lot of trouble.
Well, two interesting last picks here. Beastmaster will be the final choice for Next KZ. Probably their off-lane hero, and Alchemist will be picked up by Power Rangers. Moon will be the one to grab Naga, and assuming they don't switch around once we get into the game, it looks like it will actually be a farming Naga, FNG on a support Alchemist, and J4, of course, will be on a support Rubik. So Scandal will be in the mid lane on the Ember Spirit. Very interesting. Moon is traditionally their hard carry.
Are they
player.
just microing him? Is he like they're moving the hero around? He's talking, but it says he's disconnected.
Oh, this is. I think we're gonna have to do a remake here. This happened once before, where you get the abandon or like the DC, and what'll happen is he's gonna buy his items, and then once the static gold gain starts, it'll count like it'll send it to his team instead, pretending like he's disconnected.
Oh boy.
So he won't, any gold that he farms from last hits will just go to his team.
Dude, that's so good for Next KZ though. If a really farm Shadow Fiend and a really farm Doom, how can they lose?
Well, that was the thing when we were when we last saw it, and we were trying to figure out is it a boon or a bane? You know, is it actually? It's kind of a good thing in some ways. Like last time it was a support Naga, and it's like that's actually almost.
I think it actually it helps you once you get your core items, but like if you have nothing besides bottle or boots,
you get your starting gold. That's it.
Like if you're Sand King, you've like Arcane Blank, and then your team starts getting your gold. You're still pretty fucking useful. But if you're a Beastmaster with nothing, then well, oh boy,
he reconnects and then goes back to a ban. I forget which game it was, but I saw this with Merlini once this season, and did result in a remake. So. Yeah,
well,
I think we'll be forced to rehost
I will say I like the Beastmaster because it gives them really reliable lockdown against Ember. So going for Beastmaster as well as Doom and Sand King with a Blink, that is 3 pretty reliable ways to initiate.
Yeah.
the Doom has a bit of a harder time getting in his face without, say, a Shadow Blade. But if you come like from a smoke around the trees and you get the Doom off, Ember's in a lot of trouble. So I think Beastmaster is a smart pick. Good at counter-initiating versus Batrider. Also gives you some good lockdown to kill off Naga if they need to in a team fight. And it looks like we are going to have a remake.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the official word. But yeah, there we go. Everyone will hop out of the game, and we can get back into it here. So we'll switch over to our camera view while we...
Oh, boy. This game just is cursed, man.
Yeah, really.
We've had like 4 or 5 remakes so far. But
yeah, we're only 20 minutes behind schedule. It's not too bad. Yeah.
Well, I just left the game, so hopefully they actually remake.
Yeah, me too. The last few days, we've actually had quite a few Steam and Dota issues. It's been a recurring theme over the past, I think like the past 4 days in a row, we've had Dota 2 Network or Steam issues during at least one of the games.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating, very frustrating.
We want Dota.
It's always something.
We want Dota. Give us game. Give us game.
And they still haven't rehosted yet.
Well, we'll see.
There was a Ninja patch yesterday as well.
I'll actually just start watching through the ticket. Wow, there's 4,000 people watching for Next KZ versus Power Rangers. This Starladder ticket has really sold.
Yeah, it's popular. Oh yeah, there we
like
go. Lobby.
Oh, I just joined to view it. Whoops.
Well done, well done.
Wah, wah, wah.
So what's new in LD world? Do you have any?
I got my first like real sleep last night.
Congratulations!
In, like, 2 weeks
your first sleep
of my life. I've been just having these like 3-hour naps, right? Because when you're casting Chinese Dota, but the real world operates on a normal schedule. So if I have to take like the cats to the vet, or like go to the post office, or have a phone call with like a sponsor in North America, they don't want to do that at 3 in the morning. So
it's true. Go to the post office.
Excuse me, I need to send a letter here.
Stamps.com, man. Print out all that postage from home.
Yeah. They're explaining in the lobby, but yeah, the money bug would have been an issue. So.
Right, yeah, exactly. And again, it's almost more of a remake for the other team than anything else. Well, it's Beastmaster is a little different. He's
you know why they actually remaked? It's because Shadow Fiend skilled his aura.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh. Presence of the Dark Lord, that pesky ability. Oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, I feel like I've heard about this before. Shadow Fiend skills down ability. Game needs to be remade.
I think
it's like somewhere lurking in the back of my head.
I'm having
trouble. Something. If
I
think really hard about it, there's like something back there.
Not Watergate. It was something a little bit more inconspicuous. I don't know.
That's just I can't remember.
Yeah, tricky.
Not
business.
quite.
Tricky business. So slow and steady here. Looks like it is Dumu, or I feel like we're not saying that name properly. We're adding too many vowels. There isn't another U in there.
Drumu?
It's DRMMMU. So it's Drum.
Like there's no there should be a vowel in between D and R there.
Yeah.
I feel,
but he's the one having connection issues here. He was on the Beastmaster, and now we have 9 out of 10 in the lobby waiting for him to reconnect. So some sort of a connection issue on the side of Next KZ. But,
so I was looking at the team's recent match results, and I actually just move the screen. Power Rangers have not been beating the top teams as of late. Historically, they've taken down the likes of Na'Vi, Alliance in the past, but looking at their recent results, they got 2-0'd by Roxkiss, they tied 1-1 against Fnatic, they lost 1-0 to Sigma. They actually did beat VP 2-0, although VP's putting them in that top echelon is a bit debatable with their recent performance.
They haven't been looking good recently.
And then they've taken care of business against teams like Ahead Gaming, Cleve. They lost again to Roxkiss, lost again to MYM. They did beat the retry. Got 2-0 by Empire. I mean, who hasn't been getting 2-0 by Empire? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They beat Relax, who's been doing pretty well, and they did beat Fnatic. And if you go back a bit farther, like to the beginning of this month, 2 weeks ago, that's where they beat Fnatic. They tied 1-1 against Cloud9, and they took a game off Na'Vi. So Power Rangers is a team that's capable of taking a game off of anyone, and for the most part, they do take care of business. Although, if you go back a bit farther, they have been known to drop games like that they should win against slightly lesser teams.
Yeah, the stat I always like to go back to with Power Rangers is Starladder Season 7 and Starladder Season 8 in the group stage. They upset Alliance both times.
And then they didn't take care of business against the other teams.
Exactly. So they have the skills to take down the best teams in the world, but they also still have consistency issues. And some of it could be those teams that what they think of are kind of like, we should win this game. Those are the games where they maybe get a little bit lazy, get a little bit more experimental with the draft, and that's where, You can't take those games for granted. Even if
Yeah.
you're like an 80-20% win on Dota 2 Lounge, that doesn't mean that they're not going to give you a run for your money. And Power Rangers should know all about that because they've been on the opposite side of the fence.
Basically, I would say you should never bet on Power Rangers against like a weaker team, and you should always bet on them against a stronger team. Sure, they're going to lose to Navi and Alliance maybe like 60-70% of the time, 80% of the time, but that one time they win, it's worth the one rare, the one key casual
all
investment.
that expected value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their chances of upset are much higher than what the odds reflect. Like, the line should not be 80, 20, 90, 10.
Yeah. Is there a bet up for this game?
No. Dota 2 Lounge apparently has capacity issues right now, so...
So that explains it. I've been wondering why...
The way the Valve changed how many item slots that bots can hold, apparently, so they don't have enough bots to have bets for all the games, so they have to be selective about which matches they include.
Okay, that explains why only a handful of the Starladder games have been on there recently.
And that also explains why none of the Starladder Korea games have been on there recently, because they're just like, these teams are not worthy of a bet.
Oh, God. That's
the
harsh reality, I suppose.
Somebody's got to get cut, right? And Korean Dota is near the top of the list on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Especially without Zephyr or, who's the other team? EOT, is it?
I think so. I haven't.
Whoever else is missing from Starladder.
That's not on my sleep schedule, man.
Well, it might be soon.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Uh-oh. Speaking of sleep schedule, how's China? Isn't that wrapped up now, LD?
Yeah, Starladder China's all done, so DK and IG are going to Kiev.
Very exciting.
They were supposed to have a match for seeding, like the grand finals, and the winner was going to be in the group with the Korean team, which is, I mean, most people call it basically a free win, which is kind of a harsh way to put it, but let's be honest. Is DK or IG really going to lose to the likes of Bird Gang in
hopefully not.
Maybe in a best of one if they do something super cheesy, but I'd still, that to me is like a 95-5 kind of match. So
yeah,
IG just decided not to play the match and give DK the 1 seed. I guess they wanted their rest. They wanted to get some food. Well, anyway, we're here in Europe, and we're only halfway through Europe. There's so many more games compared to the other regions.
Yep. Meanwhile, in Europe, we've got Power Rangers versus Next KZ for our second game of the day. There will be an Observer Ward down already coming out from Power Rangers. Of course, they are on the dire side of the map. And let's take a look at these rosters. On our Radiant side, we've got Team Next KZ. They're hot off their win from Game 1. We've got Drumu, or Dr. Mumu, or
the battle begins.
Drumu on the Beastmaster.
Just DR. I'm just going to call him DRM.
DRM. All right, I like that. We've got Whatafaka in the mid lane playing on the Shadow Friend, and it will be a tri-lane down bottom. Reeves on the Sand King. Equal will be on the Dazzle, who did pick up a Haste Rune. Oh, God, I hate that Dazzle headpiece. It's so ugly. And Mantis playing on the Doombringer.
Well, meanwhile, on the dire side, we have the Power Rangers, Mighty and Morphing, Cheshire Cat in the offlane. Solo mid will be Scandal, started with a Poor Man Shield. Very good against Shadow Fiend, who has 40 base damage at level 1. Who actually took raises just to help get his bottle a bit faster. Yep. So he doesn't bother with the Necromaster. He knows it's going to be hard to last hit. Just wants to make sure he gets the bottle as fast as possible, which is already on the way. And then we have FNG on the Alchemist safe lane support. J4 going to be playing the support Rubik, and that leaves Moon as the safe lane carry Naga with 8 tangos. That is quite a few tangos considering the lanes.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I just want to point out Naked Greevil on the field right now for Next KZ. And
what an hideous beast.
That is my absolute favorite courier. If you watch my stream, you know it is the only courier that I use, and I'm glad to see a team finally repping that Naked Greevil.
That is the ugly... Not even a mother could love this thing.
It's so cute.
The way the butt moves is pretty hilarious, I'll give you that, but that's ugly. I do want to mention Power Rangers. They're up against the Beastmaster offlane, so they warded off the Ancients. No stacking here for DRM. And, man, that rolls off the tongue a lot easier. So they're off to a good start. Also, Next KZ missed on their D-ward bottom by, like, literally, like, I don't know, 50 units or something. At least it looks like they missed on it.
Can't see it while we're stuck in the pause, but
so
very close.
This pull can be contested. Bat's going to know, like, when they're going for the double pull-through, he might be able to see that as well. And it just generally lets them know what the supports are up to. So, obviously, if Sand King's not there, they can make the MIA calls. Hey, Scandal, be careful, they might be ganking you mid. So, pretty good ward, and even though it's not actually blocking the camp, and does a lot of work for this lane. It also lets them know if they're coming to gank him. So if they see the Sand King there, then be suspicious.
Right.
Whereas if you look at the offlane Beastmaster, he actually has no vision.
That is really, like, It's even touching the base of the ward right there. That is about as close as you can get without actually de-warding. That's painful.
If you zoom in, it looks a little bit farther away, but yeah, it's still very close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it. It adjusts by your... Okay.
Oh, there's a smoke top lane. They're level 2 Rubik, only a level 1 Alk. He's going to wait 1 creep before he joins this Rubik, I think.
Okay.
And I don't think we have in-game sound, do we?
Oh,
I don't hear it anyway.
We do. It's just our speakers are turned down. First they're too loud. Now they're too low. Maybe we can find that happy medium here, LG. There you go.
That's a little loud.
See?
Well, mid lane, Scandal might go down. This could be our first blood. There's a level 2 raise available here.
Yep, there you go. First blood comes out in favor of the Beastmaster, but he's not out of the clear quite yet. There will be some initiation telekinesis to start it off, counting down that unstable concoction. Acid spray will interrupt the healing salve, but he has some stick charges. I don't know that they'll have enough to secure this kill. Cheshire Cat rotating in, but Drumu will survive.
Wow, that is so bad for Power Rangers. They rotated the bat all the way mid. They smoke ganked mid, and the smoke gank didn't end up working. Shadow Fiend gets a solo kill at Ember Spirit. Almost loses his courier here, but it'll... Well, not loses, but sends it in harm's way. It'll be okay, though. Absolute disaster for Power Rangers. Like, sure, it's only 1 kill, but the amount they committed to try and get a kill and failed, big loss for them. Beastmaster did come in, but he's got boots on a TP, so he's in fantastic shape, and he's actually the one who got the first blood. Plus, top lane's pushing. He's going to get the experience right now. Yeah, that is a big win for Next KZ.
Yeah, and like you said, Bat Rider rotated all the way from the bottom lane. He has picked up a little bit of experience, almost about to hit, or almost hitting level 3. But yeah, Beastmaster now off to the races, and Next KZ, they'll take a nice little 750 gold lead, a nice 500 experience lead as well, out of the gate to get things going. So that is one way to deal with the Ember Spirit early on. Have a rotation, try and gank him, and if he's the one that concedes the first blood, that's usually a good sign that he won't be that snowball rolling down the hill, at least not early on.
Yeah, he almost died solo, though. What a fucker. I think would have been able to kill him just with that last raise. He was just chasing and waiting for the C raise to cool down, but that's where the supports maybe could have turned it around in time. And so yeah, having the Beastmaster there definitely helps. He does get caught out mid a bit. He'll drop low here to Scandal. Is Scandal going to die for this? No, not going to go for the kill.
Yeah. Does have his bottle now, but...
So a different build. This Ember not going for the Sleight of Fists, and the problem with this build is that you can't harass constantly with it. Whenever the Flame Guard's down, you have to play really defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is one of the weaker Ember builds in the solo mid role, to be perfectly honest. It's good because it gives you that kind of happy medium of you can survive against magic damage and also put out a lot of AoE damage, but it usually seems like it's just not enough to secure kills. Like, you end up being more passive, and where Ember shines, I think, is when he can bully someone out of lane, when he can do that burst damage and make you think twice about coming up to the creep wave.
Nice play by the Beastmaster. Denies the rune with the level 2 Call of the Wild, so... No points in Inner Beast. This is, I think, a nice adjustment for the offlane. At least 1 point later on for the Shadow Fiend, so he gets those deeps. But yeah, the boar is very powerful for rune control, and they deny the invis that they were trying to hold for the Ember.
Now Alchemist will come from behind. No mana available on the Beastmaster. Concoction will charge, but just harassing him back. No follow-up. Alchemist just being irritating at this point. Doom is racking up the last hits, though. He is our last hit leader right now. 30 and 11 in the bottom lane. And Mantis already has phase boots out. Won't be going for a fast Hand of Midas, though still not totally out of the question.
They're smoky mid. Are they going to go on this Ember? He's going in. What a bad time to go in.
Oh, no. Now Scandal's in big trouble. Flame Guard's already been used. He may have enough to survive.
If they hit that Burrow Strike from Reeves, that's a guaranteed kill, because they had all 3 raises ready on Shadow Fiend, but unfortunately Reeves, it's just the midget Burrow Strike. It's too low level, and he just needed to walk a bit farther before he used it.
Yeah, so a missed opportunity for Next KZ, but they will at least force Scandal to walk back to the base, and that will open up some room for Shadow Fiend, and of course, he won't be farming while
he actually dropped a Spirit mid, though, so he's not going to lose too much, and the lane's pushing, so he'll maybe lose like a creep or 2, but with the lane pushing, this is a very minimal loss.
Okay.
Yeah, ports back in, and didn't buy it doesn't have a TP mana, or gold, I guess, but Ember's a hero that you want that early TP on to counter gank. He's very strong in that position.
Looks like there could be an engage breaking out up top. FNG on the low ground. Dazzle will walk right into him. And Wild Axes as well. Coming out onto J4. No, never mind. They won't tango, but it will be an illusion here in the top position at the 6-minute mark. FNG comes down. He picks it up, denies it from the Shadow Fiend. And Shadow Fiend just clears this creep wave.
Yeah, this is perfect for Shadow Fiend. They have pretty good gankers with Rubik and Alchemist. I'm surprised they haven't made another attempt on mid, but they're just very underleveled at this point, especially the Alch. Only level 2 at 6.5 minutes. They'll start catching up with these neutrals, but they don't want to take the risk of another failed gank, and pretty wise not to do so in the end, as Next KZ, they've parked the Sand King mid, now it's the Dazzle. They know the Shadow Fiend is still pretty weak. He's basically a baby, hasn't grown up yet, but he'll have this tread soon, and the Ogre Club as well if he wants to go for it. And once he gets BKB, things get a lot harder for Power Rangers in terms of actually killing him off. Their only physical damage comes when they get items, really. Like, Ember hits reasonably hard, but he's not going to burst the Shadow Fiend just with Sleight of Fists. And with the early death and his mediocre farm, he's not going to have any big items. So this is where it comes down to the Naga and just the minus armor of Acid Spray as well as Riptide to help make up for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. The minus armor, that does have some synergy there. And Naga is level 7. She's racking up the last hits as well. She's got about 2,200 gold in savings right now. Only about 4 last hits behind that of the Doom. So if Naga wants to go that fast Radiance build, she might be able to do it pretty easily here. Next KZ seem more focused around shutting down this Ember than they do trying to put pressure on Naga.
Oh, these golems. Bane of any Batrider player's existence.
Yeah. Very unlucky for Cheshire Cat.
Wow. What? Oh my goodness. Midas Shadow Fiend. Ultra greedy from Wadafaka, but... And this is also with Bat. Bat has 1,600 gold. He is not far off of a Blink Dagger. And your Naga can join fights if she wants to. She'll probably be focused on farming, but Wadafaka, they see this Midas and they're like, let's go kill him right now.
Yeah, and he's actually in trouble. They might be able to secure this kill. And by they, I mean Scandal. Now he just turns on to Equal. That's the power of the Flame Guard. That AoE immolation does a fair bit. He forces back the Shadow Fiend and grabs a kill on the Shadow Priest.
Yeah, I mean, the Midas, we'll have to see if it pays off, but on paper, he's just constantly going to be food. And if he doesn't die, maybe the supports do instead, like we saw there.
Yeah, I think the mindset is that since Naga is farming so well, they just want to outgreed them, make sure that they can at least have some sort of a tool to tango with the Naga Radiance, since they've apparently already given up on trying to shut her down. They've made no rotations towards the top.
Oh, Cheshire Cat, he dropped to like 10 health from the Beastmaster axes. Couldn't quite get the kill. That is just unfortunate. Rubik's going to cliff him. No TP scroll. He also doesn't have... Oh, he's got 1 stick charge, so he has the mana for it, but if he just hangs around, might be able to cancel this TP.
Yeah.
Let's see if he tries. They're actually bringing Ember in.
At the very least, they're going to waste a lot of his time here. Equal will take a Sleight of Fist Bola combo. And
the range on that Ember Spirit Fire Shield is just ridiculous, but it's off a good grave.
It's off a grave indeed. Requiem of Souls comes out, and Equal will still fall. Scandal timing that last hit. It may cost him his life, though. Fire Remnant back, and nope, he will survive. And it looks like the Beastmaster was able to port out compliments of that Courier, delivering a TP scroll.
And now Bat's got Blink, so look for the Shadow Fiend to be under heavy duress. His map awareness has to be perfect, or the feeds will commence.
Yeah, Bat's actually not level 6, though. He got Blink before dinging 6.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he'll have it, so he's a bit underleveled, but once he hits level 6, he doesn't really need to be the big damage dealer. They've got Ember, and even a support like Alchemist can do a lot of damage. But yeah, he's not going to get a solo kill. It's where they want to bring in 2-3 heroes mid and together kill off the Shadow.
Look at this cheeky Sand King. He's invisible, and he's just going to block this.
Can I actually make a go here? Doom does have his ultimate. Not really. I'm not sure if it's even worth using the Doom on the Alk. We'll see, though. They are trying to go in mid with the Blink.
Yeah, there's the telekinesis. Easy lasso. What a fucker, just in big trouble. Grave does come out. That'll buy him a little bit of time. Bola's connected with Dazzle. Doom ports in, but not enough to save the Shadow Fiend. Now, where's Doom going to go? Does have an ultimate available. Doesn't want to burn it onto the Rubik. Looks like the Beastmaster will be joining the party as well. Wild Axe is enough to secure that kill. Actually, a haste rune on the Beastmaster right now. So PR will be forced to retreat, but still a great exchange. They trade their Rubik for the solo mid Shadow Fiend.
I mean, this is where I'm just not really a big fan of Midas on Shadow Fiend. Like, sure, some games, if they don't have good aggressive gankers, then you can get away with it, but he's up against 4 or 5 good gankers, depending if you want to include Naga. They are going to wrap around here with Sand King. I don't know if... Ember's not a very good target with Max Flame Guard. I don't think they're going to get a kill here, so they will back off, but how much is the Midas really worth it? If not, he's got to get his souls back. He'll be farming slower until he does. Ultimately, it will keep his levels quite high, but so too will not dying. So it's definitely it's not like an obviously even more efficient farming item. And of course, it's obviously greedy, and he's giving away gold every time he dies. So.
Yep. Well, there is a relic now out for the Naga at 11 minutes. It doesn't get much better than that. And I worry for Next KZ. I don't like this strategy of just letting the Naga farm to her own devices.
This is so obvious. The creeps are at the tower. Only one hero mid, and I don't think Wadafaka even showed himself. This Naga is not getting caught.
Radiant's
Most
top
obvious
tower is
gank of
under
Moon's
attack.
life.
Yeah, it will be a 4-man smoke as they try and rotate to the top tower, using the Greater Hawk to scout things out. But, yeah, they will not make it easy. It's just too late. The time to gank Naga is before that relic comes out. I mean, even now, if they kill her, the losses are going to be rather minimal. It's
when
just
she
not the
gets
end of the world.
Radiance, though, they are going to have a Shadowblade Doom. So they can still kill her quite a lot, even after the Radiance is out. But that's where, like, you kill the Naga, but it's kind of like, what is that? The Hydra, where, like, you kill one head and 2 sprout out. Like, her illusions will still be farming all over the place. And
The Hydra.
Hydra.
Not the Hydro.
Oh, I thought I said Hydra.
Maybe I
not.
misheard.
Jeez, you're a tough customer. But yeah, so like even when you kill Naga, she still farms a decent amount. But Shadowblade Doom, probably top 5 like heroes to just shut that Naga down, and
Yeah.
they don't have a Dazzle to keep her alive. So I think it's up to the Doom now. He's got to make big plays. There's no Blink Dagger on Reeves. Beastmaster's not going to be able to close the gap and burst her down by himself. So keep your eyes on Doom for the next 10 minutes, especially with this Midas on Shadow
Radiant's
Fiend.
bottom
He's the
tower
key
is
to
under
Next KZ's
attack.
victory or defeat.
Yeah, even though Shadow Fiend's taken a couple of spills, his farm is still pretty
Radiant
impressive. That
structures
Midas
are fortified.
starting to kick in a little bit. He is still number 2, actually about 600 gold ahead of the Naga.
They
up
Doom the
top.
Batrider.
Uh-oh, yeah, Doom. Easy.
But almost a blessing in disguise just because it's not the
Dire's
Naga who
middle tower
dies.
is under attack.
I mean, obviously it's still good for Next
Radiant's
KZ.
bottom
They get a kill with
tower is
Doom.
under
Maybe they
attack.
pressure this tower, but Moon not dying, much better than Moon dying right now. And, well, the Radiance will be coming soon. Doom's on cooldown for a minute and a half. I think he'll get his Radiance before the
Radiant's
next
bottom
Doom.
tower is
And
under
his
attack.
bottom tower taking heavy damage as well. Alchemist just solo pushing it. There will be a port coming
Dire's
in
top
from the
tower is under
Beastmaster.
attack.
And he will keep this tower safe. And there will be a rotation from Equal and Wadafaka as well. Doom continuing to pressure the top tier 1. He may be able to finish it off as well. It doesn't seem like Power Rangers are too interested
And
in
they
defending.
are
Radiant's middle
smoked in the
tower is
river
under
right now.
attack.
Yeah, way down bottom here. Cheshire Cat, he is hungry for vengeance after getting picked off in his own top tier 1.
Oh, this Swagger Fiend. Sure, there's a Dazzle behind him, but if 4 heroes jump him,
And there you go. Oh, wow. Cheshire Cat doesn't use the lasso right there, just zoning him
he
out.
didn't blink close enough, actually, I don't think. And he moved the wrong direction as well, but maybe saw the Dazzle. I was like, you know what? I don't really want to go for this. That was ultimately a pretty risky dive, and if you look at the AoE and lasso, you have to be literally on top of the hero nowadays to grab them.
Yeah.
You used to have a much more forgiving AoE, but I think that's already a strong hero. He did not need it was like a magnetic lasso. It just like suck you in, the old lasso. So
Yeah.
I like the new one a lot better.
Beastmaster is working
Dire's
towards a
top
mech,
tower
and
is
he is
under
pretty darn
attack.
close. He's got the 2 recipes sitting at home, and we'll have that delivered before too long. What a fuck in the mid lane.
Dire's
He'll take
top
some fire
tower
remnants. He
has
gets
fallen.
lassoed into the tier 1 tower. Flame break as well. Actually will knock him out of the bolas. That was rather unfortunate. Shallow Grave comes out just in the nick of time. Doom will throw the ultimate on top of Scandal. What a fuck is still not completely out of the clear yet, but Scandal is in big trouble. He wants to pick up this kill on Dazzle before he goes down. It's not happening. Doom grabs that kill, and it will be a 1-0 going the way of Next KZ. Shadow Fiend does manage to survive as he ports back to the base. Great rotation from Next KZ, and they keep their Shadow friend alive.
Yeah, and this is where
Dire's middle
he's
tower
starting to
is
catch
under
up now,
attack.
right? Question the Midas, and certainly fair to do so, but Dazzle save his life there.
Dire's
Absolutely.
middle
And if he
tower
didn't
has
have
fallen.
every bit of stats items, didn't use the magic wand, any of the above, he would have died. What a fucker. Living life on the edge, but then bottles up, and now he's basically back to full HP. So they're going to smoke, and they'll go right now, trying to hunt. They're hunting for the Naga. They know the Radiance is either out or coming soon, and they're going to find her. No mana for her ult, so... And Burrow strikes the illusions!
Oh no, still, alright, there's the permanent roar. It doesn't matter though, she bought the Radiance right before that happened, spent all the gold, now Scandal hops in, he knows the Doom ultimate is down, wants a kill on Dazzle, won't find it, and now Scandal's in no man's land.
Where's Scandal's team? I'm not sure why. Well, he's actually going to live.
He barely survives, they finish off the Sand King as well as the Dazzle, looks like he knows his limits better than we do, and he barely survives by the skin of his teeth after picking up a double kill. Well, not technically a double kill, Rubik got one, but secures the kill on 2 heroes. So
Yeah, they had the Naga kill, could have just backed, but tried to fight their way out and kill Scandal, and wow. That Flame Guard, early drums. If he had gone for like a more right-click oriented build, early phase boots, would have died there, so every bit of HP making the difference. Still, I'd say it's
Radiant's
quite
bottom
a
tower
good
is under
game for
attack.
Next KZ. Shadow Fiend, he had the one bad death, but he's farming very well. 7.7k net worth, and Doom's a real problem. He's almost got a BKB. And if he, after the BKB, you pick up like an Assault Caress, and he's not a hero you want to ignore, but Power Rangers might have to ignore because Shadow Fiend will be the #1 damage dealer in these later fights.
Yeah, I think the key for Next KZ here is to stay aggressive and continue trying to put pressure on. Although Doom is a good bit ahead of Naga by just about 4,000, 3,500 on net worth right now, now that Naga has Radiant, she will start to catch up. Naga's farm has even yet to kick in, and she will be able to outfarm the Doom with Devour and also Shadow Fiend with just his Hand of Midas. So maybe they can sit back a little bit here, take a few minutes to get that next round of core items, maybe get those BKBs complete. But I think it's in their best interest for sure to stay aggressive and not give Naga the space she needs to make a full recovery.
Yeah, they just want the core items, like you mentioned. The BKB for the Shadow Fiend, Dazzle, just an urn, I guess. Beastmaster's already got Mech. You'd like a Blink on him, but they already have one on Reeves, and they've got the Shadow Blade on Doom, so I think Next KZ pretty much have initiation covered, mainly just the Shadow Fiend BKB, and then they want to take some fights. They don't have to, like, full 5-man end the game in the next 5 minutes, but they definitely want to apply some pressure, take some towers, because Naga's not there yet. She's got Radiance, Boots, and Quelling Blade. She still needs a solid, probably 10 minutes to fully come online, whereas Doom is fully online now. Shadow Fiend will be soon, and speaking of Shadow Fiend, they tried to go on him, but this Bat Lasso, you really have to get on top of him for it to work, and he didn't even get close.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat, he's had a couple of close calls, but at least it wasn't too risky. He didn't die or anything, didn't waste a cooldown besides the blink. So.
If they had roared him, he would have died there, but they're a little bit worried. If they dive too deep, that's where Naga TPs in and counter ganks as well. So.
Yeah, and it's almost one of those kind of like with Bat hopping forward.
Oh, they found someone in the river.
Oh, yeah, Rubik, he's in trouble. That's a Primal Roar, Wild Axes, the do-do-do on top of it.
Oh, they're going to find another possibly.
FNG's walking away? Oh my gosh, they're going to turn it around onto Reeves. They thought J4 was dead for sure.
The stolen Scorched Earth, he stole it in the previous fight. It's keeping him alive. He doesn't go down.
Wow.
That HP regen. They thought they had him. They weren't counting on the Scorched Earth HP regen.
Yeah, that's not something you can usually count on. It's an odd thing for Rubik to steal and keep in his repertoire. But
and the thing is, like, it doesn't have the most visible animation either. So. I also don't know if Rubik makes a sound. I don't know if it makes the sound effect when he turns it on.
That I'm not sure. Part of the reason it was hard to see as well because the sandstorm was on top of it. So that's what made it. I didn't notice it at first either. It's not something you normally look for.
This greed. They're going for the value Midas pickup on their Alk. Now
the Midas before a point in Grievel's greed.
Now the pressure does start to mount, where sure you've got a Midas Shadow Fiend, you've got a Doom, but they're running what could be a tri-core late game with Bat as arguably the best initiator in the game right now. Even better than a hero like Doom with the Shadow Blade, and also really strong around the pitch, very strong late game, and not too far of a Force Staff. So Next KZ, they have their mech, they've got their double BKB. They should be playing objective-based Dota now, at least trying to pressure tier 2s, go for pickoffs with the Shadow Blade. They don't have to, like, again, they don't have to all in or anything like that, but just sitting back and farming, they're gonna start to fall behind, especially with the Ancients potentially being stacked up for Ember, for Naga later on. Naga's just been, again, a vacuum cleaner all over her own woods. And, like, every single camp except for this one's dead right now, so she's been getting her farm.
Yeah, doing it right. Moon now level 11. Looks like he did go Arcane Boots first after the Naga, or after the Radiant, and now working towards a Yasha, which I really like. That movement speed makes farming a little bit easier. Can scoot around the jungle a bit more efficiently. Smart first item. We'll see where Moon goes from here. Probably Manta, Heart, that kind of stuff. Pretty standard. Go that tanky Naga. Just survive, make those illusions even more annoying, and harass with the Radiant.
I'm kind of wondering, are they going to... I think they're going to smoke here. Rubik's got to smoke, and I think after this wave, Power Rangers will head towards one of these lanes. Maybe not, but I'm actually wondering, what is the Ember going for? He goes early Ultimate Orb, and Lincoln's is a possibility. Maybe he even goes Hex this game, and I don't... They have Naga who can dish out a lot of damage. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm thinking a little outside the box. The more likely choice would be a Lincoln's good versus Doom.
Yeah.
Very good versus Doom and Roar. So that's probably the way Scandal will go, but...
Yeah. And we've seen Lincoln's come out on Ember Spirit
Hex seems very strong on Ember, though. You could just Spirit on top of them. Oh, Smoke Gang top might get broken here.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat on the other side of the tree line, looking for some initiation.
But yeah, just think about, like, Spirit in and insta-Hex somebody. That's pretty scary.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And then even Spirit right back out if you've got two.
Oh, Cheshire Cat, he's in trouble and he doesn't even know it. Shadow Blade to start things off. Doom will burn the ultimate. He's going to try and chase him down into the trees. Wild Axes will clear some of the trees as well, but Cheshire
Did
Cat.
they steal Doom? No, they stole Level Death.
Still going to fall. Well done by the Doom. Level Death could have interrupted that port.
No, it doesn't go. You can't cast on BKB targets.
Oh, he was BKB'd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't even.
Yeah, I actually didn't even realize he did pick it up. Actually, he picked it up a bit earlier. So
yeah.
Now we'll go towards the Assault Cuirass.
Oh yeah, that was his 10-second BKB charge right there as well.
Yeah, still worth it for the kill, but it is an more expensive kill anyway. But they also forced 3-4 heroes to rotate. So
yeah.
At this point, Power Rangers, especially with an Alk with a Midas and no Force Staff yet on Bat, they're in a very defensive position where towers have fallen for them. They're down 7k gold, 5k experience. They will have a very scary late game lineup, but they still need a solid like 5-10 minutes to even start coming online fully.
Yeah, Next KZ are doing an okay job putting pressure on, but getting a kill on the
attack.
bat, yeah, it's not bad, but isn't really that great either. That's not the target that they need to shut down the Naga, and even a kill on the Alchemist would be a little bit more valuable at this point, as his Hand of Midas will start to kick in just a little bit.
It's still a good kill though, because it means Bat's not hunting you either. And
yeah.
That gives your Shadow Fiend and your Doom a lot more space to farm.
And Scandal just clearing up that mid lane of creeps before he scoots back. We should see pretty quickly here what he's going to do with this ultimate orb. And there you go, it's a Ring of Health. Looks like a Lincoln's.
Naga is just ridiculous as a farmer, though. She's already got a Yasha and a Gem and Arcane Boots. Her net worth is only 2k behind the Shadow Fiend with the Midas, and they're going in bottom lane with the Burrow Strike.
Oh, FNG, he'll be the first target to fall, but Reeves looks like he may get turned around upon. Lasso used on top of Wadafaka. There's the BKB, channels the Requiem, and it is off the mark. Everybody gets out of harm's way. And he will waddle back with that BKB still on, so it's a support for support. Alchemist for Sand King
middle
Exchange.
tower is under attack.
I'm a little curious why the Beastmaster isn't participating in these fights more. He's
Gotta farm
1-0 and 2, and he is farming an Ags, which is a really good late game item, but it's a little odd to see the Shadow Fiend as the one who's trying to force the fights. I guess just happened to be bottom in that case, but I'd like to see Beastmaster get more involved. He's a very good ganker. Good against Naga, instant disable, and just try and focus her down before the sleep comes out. And we'll see if they look to do that soon. But once he gets Ags, which he's very close to, then they'll really hit critical mass. At that point, they'll have Assault Cuirass on Doom. Shadow Fiend will have his one next damage item, which looks to be a Butterfly, and he just picked up Eagle Song, so he's very close to it.
Wow.
Just needs the Talisman of Evasion. Yeah, look for Next KZ once all those items come out. The AC, the Ags, maybe like Arcane Boots, one of these supports, and then the Shadow Fiend Butterfly, they will just go. They should be going real hard at Power Rangers.
Yeah, by that time, Ember Spirit might be able to complete his Lincolns. He'll actually get smoked up here as Rubik burns one and rotates towards the top lane. Naga's farm still looking all right. Looks like she will be going Manta next after the Yasha. Now has the ultimate orb. Still working on coming online. Yeah, I think Next KZ, their timing window is definitely within the next 5 minutes to try and do some crippling damage, pick up a kill on the Naga, and like you were mentioning, I think these core items will be their golden ticket to go ahead and pass go and collect some money.
It's not that they need to win with those items, it's just like it's such a good time to start fighting because Power Rangers aren't ready, so...
Shut down Naga before
I mean, they go late as well. Next KZ are not by any means an early game lineup. It's just they'll be really high in terms of their power curve, and Power Rangers will still be kind of in the middle of theirs, so we'll see if Next KZ take that opportunity, but for now, Batrider's in the tree line. I think they want to go on Shadow Fiend here.
Yeah, he could be in a little bit of trouble, though.
But there's backup as well.
And there you go, BKB turned on. They're trying to bait this out. Cheshire Cat uses the lasso. Reeves comes in with the stun. They easily turn it around. Very little damage on Wadafaka. And FNG just gets dropped by the Shadow Fiend. Oh boy, that was a disaster. Great bait coming out from Next KZ, though.
That was really good anticipation. They know that Power Rangers want to put some pressure on the Shadow Fiend. He's the primary damage dealer. Doom's not an easy gank. Beastmaster's not an easy gank, and probably not worth it. And they'll go in now and Scandal with the Roar. They stack their stuns, though. This might cost them the kill.
Yeah,
they stack the stuns. If they had timed that better, they get that kill as well.
Yeah. Still a nice 2-for-0 exchange in the bottom lane, and they will press forward. Should be able to do at least a little bit of chip damage to this tower. And more importantly, they pulled Naga out from farming. She's now joining the fight, and that will slow her down. Song of the Siren was also used, and I'm not sure when or where that came out.
I think she got ganked mid by the Doom.
Okay.
So I saw Doom running around. He dropped pretty low as well. He didn't actually get to use Doom, so I'm guessing he got caught by the song before he got it off. But I'm also not 100% sure. That's just my best guess.
Guess it happened while that Shadow Fiend was getting initiated upon in bottom.
And yeah, there's your Butterfly. So
And Assault Cuirass is complete as well, even though the Courier hasn't delivered it. Those are two huge items.
yeah, they have deeps. And this is where you're running Ember. 8 armor, 1500 health. He's actually reasonably tanky because of the build he went for, Lincoln's drums, but he also doesn't do that much damage, so I feel like this Lincoln's, it's more about just protecting the Naga than it is about the Ember himself, who simply just won't hit very hard.
Yeah.
But even with the Lincolns, he's still 1 Doom, and look at Shadow Fiend. He's hitting for like 250 damage, and he's got really high attack speed with Midas, Butterfly, and Agility Tread, so they're smoked up now looking to go in mid.
The presence of the Dark Lord paired with the Assault Karas right now is just so scary at the 26-minute mark. Power Rangers have just so little
going
armor.
on top. They're going to catch him.
Yep. They don't even have a Basilius right now. Oh, God, Cheshire Cat just gets melted. That minus armor is too much.
Are they actually trying to fight this? They do catch out the Sand King, but I don't think they want to go on him.
Yeah, he'll burrow strike away.
They saw the Doom bottom, so like, okay, maybe we can contest, but they also had 2 heroes of their own bottom, so not worth the risk.
Looks like Naga will just hang on to a casual Yasha for now and turn that ultimate orb into a Lincoln. Power Rangers want some more utility to try and deal with these big single targets. And, well, grabbing a couple of Lincolns is one way to achieve that goal. Rubik will also grab a Blink Dagger now here as well.
Naga not going Manta first. Interesting. Well, I guess they're up against the Beastmaster Roar is the main thing. It's good against Burrow Strike and Doom as well, to some extent, but there's also a decent number of ways to break that Lincoln Sphere, so it delays Naga really hitting hard. It's also not as good of a split pushing item because you just don't push as fast as with a Manta, but maybe it's necessary. And, well, the Ags should be coming now for the Beastmaster. This is a really good time for them to fight, and the Hawk is spotting everything out if you look in the trees, although...
Naga will kill it.
Wow.
Wow, 65 gold for that little Hawk. That's a pretty good bounty.
Actually, this is going to be annoying for Next KZ. The Hawk isn't really going to be useful near the pit against the Naga. She'll just pretty much instantly kill it.
Yeah. FNG has now picked up his phase boots, but Alchemist is still very low on net worth. This recovery Midas is still kind of yet to kick in. He's got a little bit of gold off of it, but not scary whatsoever. Ember Spirit still in a similar state as we saw before. And there is actually a gem in the inventory of Rubik, and it was picked up by the Alchemist, but now J4 is hanging on to it. The Radiant side, they are gemless right now, but still, their inventories are just so much more scary. Even the mech versus no mech on the side of PR makes a big difference in these team fights.
And sure, Power Rangers on paper are a tri-core lineup with the Midas Alk. Bat is not really a core, well, whatever the word you want to use. He's more of their initiator, but 3 damage dealers, in theory, Alk, Naga, Ember, but only Naga's even approaching DPS status, and again, with her build, it's not too much. Oh, Manta's coming in right now.
And they'll initiate onto the Alchemist. He gets off the ultimate.
What did they steal from him? It's just the Scorched Earth.
Oh, very unfortunate. Alchemist falls. The Song of the Siren comes out just a little bit too
late. They
Manta
try to net him and focus him, and he's just like, whatever.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat, he's going to Doom. Oh, God.
Dude, oh, they're going in for more? Oh, he misses on the Burrow Strike.
Oh, now Reeves may get turned around on. Is there enough damage coming out? There is. Ember Spirit finishes him off. Now the rest of this fight will start to transpire. Level Death stolen once again. Well done by Mantis. What a fucker. He could be in some trouble. No, he'll turn around and just lay in the right clicks. See you later, Rubik. Scandal. He'll move around the tree line. He'll survive for now, but Doom is in hot pursuit.
Oh, their BKBs are on cooldown, but they'll mech up, and yeah, Moon's already used Song, so they know there's just not much way for Power Rangers to defend. Man, that was like, okay, so in theory, when you're up against the BKB carry, 1 BKB gets used. You Song, you net him, and you focus him. Problem is this Doom is tankier than a Titan, man. He's like Law. Doom's the Bat Rider, just right-clicks him, 1 crit, nearly killing him off. Or I guess it wasn't even a crit. Yeah, he doesn't even have Alpha Wolf. It was just a pure right-click. Yeah. Plus the Midas armor from the Shadow Fiend.
He hits for an easy 200 and has at least 19 armor. That is a tanky hit.
That's what you want to be doing to the Shadow Fiend if he BKs Bees by himself. But even him, he's got a Butterfly. And once Satanic comes out, I don't think Power Rangers can burst either carry for a long time. Plus, there's always Grave to worry about. So it's where they need to kill someone, isolate someone while they're Song, net them and kill them, but then they have the BKB, and a lot of Power Rangers damage is still magical. The Radiance is magical, most of these nukes are magical, and Ember just doesn't hit hard. Yeah. There's only so much farm for this team to be found, and this Shadow Fiend is scary. Swaggering down mid with the DD.
Yeah, Doom is actually 7-0-0 right now. He's been involved in the majority of the kills, and he hasn't even picked up an assist. He's just been the big hitter that's killing all of these dire heroes.
Keep your eye on the Beastmaster, because this roars up every 45 seconds, and it's got a really long range as well.
Yeah, this tower just taking so much damage. The double damage rune on Whatafaka is really coming in handy here. He's got the Aegis as well, so he has no problem standing in the front lines. And
the Naga should be cutting the creeps right now with her illusions. They're pushing out the side lanes, but it's not forcing Next KZ back. They'll have a wave coming soon, and with Naga not creep skipping, they can actually try and breach the base now.
Yeah. Now, Song of the Siren has come back off cooldown, so there is a way to at least make a hold here without the tower. No glyph available, but they do have some tools at their disposal. They just don't have enough damage at this point, it feels like.
And there's always the Grave, right? You go in on Shadow Fiend, you bring him down to 100 health, and you blow everything on him, he gets Graved, and then the fight's over. So it's very risky. Here comes a Vlad's and a Satanic, and well, Shadow Fiend doesn't even have to go base. He'll just have a free trip from the Satanic.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at just the Aura stack is getting insane. Presence of the Dark Lord. You've got your Inner Beast attack Aura. You have a Vlad's. You've got a Doom Assault Cuirass. That is 4 major Rs and drums as well. Next KZ are much stronger than the sum of their parts when they group up. But there's a smoke from Power Rangers going for Whatafaka.
Yeah. Power Rangers not quite in Hail Mary mode, but a 15,000 golden experience deficit. They need to make something happen. They are scouting with their courier here. And there's actually a vitality booster sitting on.
Well, they were shopping. Courier. Yeah.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
After that DK vs IG game though, I'm like always like, oh, what's that courier doing? It's got a secret agenda. I'll never look at a courier the same way again. They dropped a ward here, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, I really thought that was the dire courier. That little bit of color blindness kicking in right there.
Oh, did they steal Burrow Strike? No, Sandstorm. That's always that sad moment as Rubik where you spell steal and then you like look at what you've gotten. It's like getting a luckless luck box and you open it and you get like the shittiest item in there. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
Yeah, Rubik has been pretty unlucky with his heals. Maybe unlucky isn't the right word. More like Next KZ have done a good job preventing Rubik from getting easy steals. And he's been continually getting like Level Death, Scorched Earth, just not the big spells that are available in this game. He's yet to steal Doom, or at least if he's stolen it, he's died shortly after, because I haven't seen a Doom come out. And I don't think he's been able to steal Primal Roar yet either.
He does have Blink, so in theory he should be able to, but it is still quite tough when you're as squishy as him. 850 health. Even if he steals something, he might just instantly die to the other heroes. And the counter initiation is really strong on Next KZ. Not only the Roar, but also the Burrow Strike, so even if Roar gets used and he jumps in, he could just get Burrow Striked and die. Yeah. It's tough.
This is a very interesting skill build from Dazzle right now. He's 3-4-2 at level 11 with 2 points in Weave. It's not very often you see Dazzles prioritize Shallow Grave over everything else. Usually it's at the very least the secondary, if not the tertiary ability you level up.
It's because he's up against all these long-range initiators. The Bat Rider, Naga, not really a long-range initiator, but Ember is as well. And this means you can stay parked incredibly far back, so if they go in, the Grave is much easier to get off without getting caught. It basically means he won't get caught as easily.
Oh, Reeves off the mark with a stun there. There you go. Rubik will finally be able to steal something. He telekinesis it right afterwards, and he's got a Burrow Strike. He's got...
That's big. They need more lockdown, but even so, Doom has a heart, a Shadow Fiend has a Satanic. How do you kill these guys? If you song and they're not BKB'd, you can't kill them, and if they are, I think they're just too tanky.
27 armor on this Doom, and 3,300 hit points. These racks are in big trouble. Glyph coming up in about 2 seconds.
He just ran into the stun. He's like, please, stun me. I dare you.
And there's the Glyph. That'll buy him some time, but wow, Bat Rider gets destroyed as the Roar comes out. He'll buy back instantly. What a fucking, now the target of choice. They'll telekinesis back, but BKB comes out. Alchemist actually stuns himself into the tier 4s. Lasso comes out onto Mantis, but now his BKB's been popped. And this is just not looking good for Power Rangers. They will buy themselves some time, but they just can't grab any counter kills. They've already lost their racks. They've already burned their Glyph. What do they have left at
Next KZ should get out, though. They've used their BKBs. They used Doom. They don't need to stick around any longer.
Yeah, the Aegis will get reclaimed in about 55 seconds, though. So Whatafaka wouldn't mind taking a spill right here if it means that Next KZ can turn this around and capitalize.
I don't think it's worth the risk though with the other heroes low, but they might try to go back in. You might be right.
Yeah, Whatafaka, he's at least going to chunk down these creeps. He's got about 45 seconds left. They see the Naga. Reeves hops forward. They proc the Lincolns, and Drumu will go ahead and Primal Roar. Shadow Fiend, meanwhile, around the backside, finishes off the Bat Rider once again. Looking for a way to use this Aegis. He's got 25 seconds. Now will get caught inside the bolas. Meanwhile, near the secret shop, Song of the Siren comes out from Moon as Mantis isolates him. And I think that's where this fight will end.
Man, with the song down now, is it a level 3 song?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just level 3. Okay, so it'll be up in a minute. My goodness, Power Rangers just really lacking for damage at this point. It's like, it kind of goes back to their draft where you're running Ember, Naga, and then Alk tries to play Greedy and go Midas. That's a Blink Dagger. With a Blink Dagger, he could have been setting up kills on Shadow Fiend, he could have been setting up kills on some of the supports, but instead they tried to just farm, and what they needed was someone to create space for the other 2 cores to farm. And then on top of that, Ember goes Lincolns, which is fine, but it doesn't help him dish out damage.
Yeah.
And Next KZ have just reached tank mode. They're all tanky. You can't ignore them because they push so hard with all the auras. Power Rangers might be out of gas. Here comes Doom again. He's got his ult back up.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that Shadow Blade on Alchemist. I think Power Rangers were sort of secretly hoping that Next KZ wouldn't put pressure on. We'll see Doom just...
Oh, he should have just Doomed there. He got greedy, wanted to stomp first.
Yeah, Mantis will miss the opportunity for a free kill, but that's okay. Still zones out the Ember, still takes his creep stack, so could be worse, that's for sure. 15,000, or pardon me, 20,000 gold now for Next KZ, and just about 20k experience as well, furthering their lead quite a bit. Looks like this will be just a short pause, but it seems like Power Rangers are hoping that Next KZ would just sit back, and because they have a pretty late game lineup, let them farm. Use that Midas on Alchemist and kind of get that Tricore going. But Next KZ, they're too smart for that. They'll group up, and they've been putting pressure on pretty much since Naga got that Radiant.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. Neither team's greed was really punished early, but now it's Power Rangers who are or Next KZ who are punishing the greed. Like that early Shadow Fiend Midas, they ganked him once, the second gank failed, and then they just pretty much gave up on it. And, well, they're going to go in now.
Yep, damage coming out, but Dazzle will go ahead and use the defensive grave. A lot of armor on these Radiant heroes, and they can just tank this, no problem.
He's actually still got grave. I think it was just a heal.
Yeah, that weave.
Oh, okay.
I meant to say weave.
Gotcha.
So top lane of Rax will fall, at least the range Rax will. Mantis will get lassoed and pulled back. Grave comes out, maybe a bit premature. Epicenter coming from Reeves as well, and actually doesn't do a hell of a lot. Still enough to finish off Scandal. He'll take a crit from that Shadow Fiend, who now has the Crystalist. And I think Power Rangers are probably close to that GG territory. They'll use a very defensive Song of the Siren.
They can't kill anyone. They just can't. They don't have the damage to kill off the Shadow Fiend. He's still got a Satanic. He never even had to use it in this fight, and they're just done. They're done.
Yeah, see you later. Doom comes out on the moon. Primal Roar as well. Some buybacks coming. Naga will rejoin the fray. But these barracks will get cleaned up. All 5 still alive for Next KZ between the Sustain from Dazzle, the Mech, the Scorched Earth, and everything else under the sun, not to mention all these big items like that Hearted Tarrasque. They simply just
it also goes back to some of the Naga play from Moon. His songs weren't really the best. He did not creep skip really at all when the enemy team was pushing. And that's one of Rat Naga's greatest strengths, is you just cut off the wave with your illusions, draw it back, and then they can't break your base because they want to creeps in the base and backdoor protection, but didn't do a good enough job of that. And also went for Arcane Boots, which means that he can't, like, Boots of Travel back to the fights quite as easily. So, yeah, I just think ultimately Moon didn't really get enough done to stall the game, and Power Rangers didn't do enough to punish the general early greed of the Shadow Fiend. They had the one gank, they tried a second one, and then they just said, you know what, let's just farm. If Alchemist had gone Blink Dagger, I think they could have actually put some pressure on him.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've got very little to add on top of that. I mean, Power Rangers just...
Remake, please.
Yeah, tried to outgreed them and didn't go their way. Next KZ executed well, though. Like you pointed out, I like this draft with all of the auras, the Inner Beast, Presence of the Dark Lord. Then they had Mech, Vlad's, and...
I like the Beastmaster pick a lot. I thought the Beastmaster, they went Doom, sure, obvious way to lock down Ember, but Beastmaster here we haven't seen much of, and he is actually surprisingly strong against all those heroes. Good against the Naga, good against the Ember Spirit, and also good against Batrider when he jumps in and lassos. So
yeah.
Plus, Batrider was very underfarmed. He got his 4-staff late. Some of those times when he would jump in, he didn't have a 4-staff back out, and he'd just get counter-initiated on. So
yeah.
I think Power Rangers just underestimated when Next KZ would come online and start taking fights, and that's really what cost them in the end.
And both teams were very focused around shutting down the mid heroes. Shadow Fiend got ganked once, and Ember Spirit, he got ganked a couple times early on. So that means Doom and Naga were left to their own devices to farm. The difference is Doom came online way earlier, and he made plays happen. By the end of that game, Naga still wasn't completely online. She had a Manta and Lincolns, but you need a little bit more than that before Naga gets really scary. Doom ended that game 8-0-3. Mantis had absolutely no pressure on him at all.
Yeah, I guess the Lincolns just didn't offer much that game, because in theory it helps you when Doom ganks you, but Doom can just level death you and then Doom you.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he can still kill you if you're off split pushing, and The Manta Illusions really help you split push. They help you cut off multiple lanes at once. They just clear the waves faster. Lincoln's, and the other reason to get Lincoln's is to join the fights, right, and participate. But Naga was not ready to fight. She didn't have Butterfly. She didn't have Heart. She just wasn't big enough.
I don't think her Lincoln's... I didn't notice it absorb any big spells. Every time Dazzle was on point with using the Poison Touch to break her Lincoln, so then Doom didn't have to worry about it. He could throw the Doom out, or whatever else, or the Primal Roar for that matter to follow up. So they had plenty of other spells to deal with just the two Lincolns of Power Rangers.
Power Rangers get knocked down a peg. And the other big thing was just the Shadow Fiend getting the first blood. That made a huge difference. If Ember gets that kill, could have been a different game.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is our second game of 5 today. Coming up next, we will have, let's see here, it will be MYM versus Alliance. So an interesting game coming up next. After that, it will be Lions versus Relax. Then we'll round things off with a Head versus Cleave. This next game is actually scheduled to start in just about 2 minutes, so it will be a very short break, and then we'll have our next game underway. Looks like that lobby is ready to go. So don't go anywhere, guys. More Dota 2 action coming your way after this short break. All right. Do you want to... Did you tell them that... Or should I... Okay.